All right, let's see what happens. It tells us the speed of the train over here, 27 kilometers per hour. So it got down to 23 on that climb. Okay, let's flick to this train. Yeah, it's much slower. That's a huge difference. Oh my god. Well, that answers that one. That's not even a competition, is it? Oh my god, this one's on its way back. I tell you what, this one's going quite quick. Wait a minute. This thing's doing 90 k's downhill. It was at a top speed rating. What? What's she trying to do? The problem is she wants to go to the bathroom as well, and that's up the ladder. So she's too weak to make it to the toilet. What on earth is going on now? And the best thing is, everybody just stands by and watches. Jeeps are very special people, you're not kidding. Wait, somebody has to come and punch that. What? This powered machine actually has to have people to come and punch it. You are absolutely having a laugh. Warehouse is full of water.
Hi everybody, steam locomotive emoji, steam locomotive emoji.
Steam locomotive emoji. Thank you, Hambone, for the steam locomotive emoji and 102 months. I just love these guys here are just literally trapped in an air bubble. They haven't died and they can't go anywhere.
Jeff, if we just stand in this corner, keep breathing, Jeff. Don't look behind you, Jeff. No, it's all water, mate. And we'll be good. Somebody will come and rescue us.
They've been there for ages. I feel like I need to rescue them, but I can't yet. I haven't got the husbandry skill. I feel like I've got a rough start here. This guy needs a toilet quickly. Oh no. Ken, what did you do? No. Ken's just gone to the bathroom on the floor. Oh, not great. Not great. We've got polluted water everywhere now. There's Pups. And he's gone straight past. The irony here, right? This thing is drowning because it has no oxygen. Pups is the only one that can rescue it, and he's getting oxygen for himself before he then goes down to get this thing, at which point it's going to be dead anyway. Pick it up. That's it. Stick it in a bag filled with water. Unbelievable. Let's see what comes out of this bag. Hey! It lived! It actually lived! Amazing. I mean, it's not like we're going to kill it for food at some point. Ooh, it just made coal. Nice.
Good evening. I mostly see your VODs. It's nice to see you live. Mostly I'm busy.
I agree. It is nice to see me live. I'm glad to see me live as well. I'm happy to be live. I really am. That's it. Brush his teeth. Give it a little makeover. Yeah, Imp says, you're doing a great job there, Pups. Look at that. That's one happy little hatch right there. I do already have a vent. But here's the thing. That vent won't vent because it's overpressured, which makes me think this vent won't vent, which means that whole thing won't work. Which is an interesting problem, is if that vent can't vent, what does it do? That vent can't vent. Exactly. If it can't vent, it stops the whole vent, which means no vent. How can that not be a vent? Vertical railroads. Need to process that. Oh, I can show you better than that. Here's an industry. There's a track right over the top of it. You think that's good? Well, here's an industry with a station on top. Now we can pick up things with track that runs right over the top of the industry. Can't do that in Transport Fever. Right, this is where we start. It's raining salt water. I wonder if the fall from that poker shell will kill it. It's going to be interesting. Oh, there he goes. Whoa! Oh my god, the water's gone this way. No! Can we even mop this? This thing's having a little... Oh, the water's gone. Oh god. This is not going well. Quick, mop it all up. Good morning, and a very nice Sunday to you. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had to deal with something just as I was about to start the stream. I'm not going to show you the pictures because they will give you nightmares, but trust me when I say that when I went to close the door of my office, in the corner was the biggest spider, and I mean, like,
the answer to everything.
Abnormal kind of size. I had to deal with that. I went to shut the door and was like, what the? It was massive. Like, it's almost as big as my hand in length. It was just there. And I was like, what? So yeah, I had to basically get rid of that. So fun days. A cute spider, mate. There was nothing cute about this spider. Trust me. I captured it in a glass, and when I looked at it, it looked at me like, if I could get out of here, I would kill you and eat you. I don't know what it was, Jones. It was a freak show spider, is what it was. It wasn't normal. Anyway, whew. If I remember, we can't go through that metal door with this power, can we? So that's going to have to go up through the top again. Have to give it that tile. You love spiders? Spiders are cute, mate. No, they're not. They're not cute. Like, nobody agrees with you on that. They are not cute. 50 kilowatts. Let's get this all linked up through here. And then we're going to have to go that. And then we're going to need one of those. In terms of automation, we're going to have to join this up. Is that one on the end? Yes. You've seen spiders with short bodies and really long legs. This was like a big spider with big legs. It was nasty. Alright, how many hydrogen tanks are we going to need? I wonder. We're burning the power, I don't think we need many. Now, should I build another SPOM and then decommission that one? How much is going on in here? It's got 2 electrolyzers. There's 2 electrolyzers. One of them should replace one of them, shouldn't it? What if I just copy that here and then start hooking this in and then would decommission that and redo the piping? Also, what temperature is that oxygen at? 52. Maybe I have to chuck the oxygen via this cool area as well and just try and chill it down a little bit. It's just pumping heat into the base. And then I've got to use this thing to cool this lot down as well, because these are going to get warm. So these are the things that we're doing. Man, is that still picking coal up? That's unbelievable. I thought all the coal would have gone by now. 108 tons of coal left. Oh, the other thing, I was going to rewire all this, wasn't I? I was going to rewire all that. Oh, there's lots to do. Let's slow it down a sec. Mad Wolf, thank you for 42 months. It is indeed the answer to everything. Joe Rabbit, thank you for 74. On a meet you with a tier 3, 49 months. Bullseye Eve, lol. Right, let's see if we can use our blueprint and copy this thing over here. We've got a new blueprint. Drag that out. Do we want all the background buildings? Dig orders, yes. Drop that in there. Have a bit of pipe that we don't need. That's where the water comes in, so we can route the water in some other way. Ventilation's done. Of course, I need some provision for the fact that they actually can get in there. I'll probably want them to not build those two initially. Maybe that one as well. Just dig check that out. Let's see how they go. And I thought it said it was going to copy the dig orders. Like it literally didn't, did it? Actually, maybe I'm going to have to dig this thing out and then put it down. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's dig the thing out first. How big is this? That is 16 by 11. Okay. It's probably a smarter way of doing it. Do that. More spawn. Would water supply be stressed? I'm going to replace this spawn with this spawn. And it won't use what it doesn't need. So it won't take water and burn stuff unless it needs to, will it? Because these shut off, don't they, on a sensor, I think. Or if they can't pump oxygen. If they can't pump oxygen anywhere, they'll stop. Once they fill them tanks, they'll just shut down. Why not try to go full Rodriguez so that you can clean up the other simple earliest bombs? Because I'd have to look at the plan and then try and draw the plan out. And frankly, Roy, I've got this in my blueprint. I'm just going to copy that over now. It probably makes sense to go full Rodriguez, but this is the easy way out. This is fairly efficient. Probably gonna need a ladder down there just to collect all of whatever lands in here. That's looking a bit healthier. It's filled up from that steam vent. Looking a little bit healthier, isn't it? We've got the big tank down here, which is down at 10 Celsius. Now, one of the things I was going to do as well was cool these machines down. To have lumps of gold lying around, weirdly. Gotta love copy pasta. Once you've got something that works, just stick with it until you've learned something else better. What is this? There's loads of gold here. Gold amalgam. Iron ore. How horrible is the learning curve? Tempted to buy, but I feel pretty lost, Jimmery. It's a bit like that, followed by a plateau, followed by a steady increase. So you've got to know enough to not die. The best way to learn is to watch, like, videos and streams and stuff. and then just try and follow along. It is rewarding though. It's totally worth it if you can get over that initial... Have you won? I don't even know what winning is in this. You learn a lot about what you should have learned at school, Wall. There's loads of gold amalgam down here. Oh my god. I wonder if I ship the steel out of here. Probably should, shouldn't I? Wait a minute. If that's within range, and that's set to load steel, why has it not picked that up? Why would that not pick that up? Sweep only. This is annoying because if I turn that off, with the manual use, they'll feed that with all kinds of stuff. Kind of annoying, that. Because when you have that on, they start going around the map just feeding it with stuff. Maybe I should just put it on a low priority. And then the dupes won't get the job, maybe. We'll see. I'll keep my eye on them. They've shifted most of that. There's still... Oh, there's copper ore down here. Make sure that's got the coal and the ore ready for smelting. Now, these things get really hot, so what I probably want to do is insulate this area and then run some cooling from there. And the same thing with this lot. Just insulate this off. Can put some doors on it. Transformers don't tend to get hot, but I might as well box the whole thing off. After power plant renovation, what is the next project? I've got to do my hydrogen. I've got to cool these machines, cool the power generation machines. Then we can start thinking about building a rocket and whatever comes up, which is bound to happen. Obstructed by heavy watt wire. Interesting. Very interesting. It's all coming from this side. Actually, no, that doesn't really generate much heat, I don't think. Oh, it does. It does generate heat. Okay. Wait a minute. Did I check this out? Oh, that was the infectious polluted oxygen vent. I remember now. I remember that one. That's the do not touch one. Maybe I should just like seal it off so I remember never to touch it. Free oxygen. Yeah. I suppose it is free oxygen. I should replace that with one of those connector blocks so I can put a wall tile on it. And put it there. Night Owl, how you doing? I'm gonna seal that off. Do that. Good. Did that YouTube video help at all? I haven't watched it, Night Owl, to be honest. Have we already got a pump in here or not? We've got a loader pump. Probably should leave that in, or we can redirect it later, I guess. Actually, I could leave that bridge on, couldn't I? Actually, no, because I'm going to need to circulate some water through here. I've done it again. I've put pipes next to pipes, which means I can't bridge past them easily. Put two pipes next to each other, you can't bridge over it. It's to do with power systems. No worries. I might have already seen it, I don't know. Paul, as someone who wants to get into this game, what are some of the things you would have done different from the start? Like, what advice would you give to new players that want to learn? Don't print too many dupes too quickly, is the big thing. Basically, you're going to have to rely on your algae, initially, to give you your oxygen. Try and build a basic SPOM. Maybe not that one, but a simple one. Try and get some kind of oxygen generation going quickly. And then all you got to do is filter some water or use pure water and you can make oxygen. And don't rely on algae. That's a big thing. And the other thing is explore. Like, I didn't explore very much. But frankly, you're never going to know about geezers and stuff that are around if you don't explore. So go exploring. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Good morning, as they used to say in... what was that TV show? What was that TV show that used to say good morning? Hello, hello it was called, wasn't it? That was it. Get that built. What else could you learn? Seal your water off. Get some fresh water, seal it off so that nothing bad drops into it. Pay attention to germs as well. Make sure they wash their hands when they go in the toilet. And then get your food supply running. And I would recommend you get some kind of hatch farm going very, very quickly. You can't use all the automation initially, but get some kind of hatch farm going like this. Just so that you've got the meat and the eggshells and, you know, a food supply, basically. That'll let you cook some nicer food. Choose a blueprint. Seed, don't like that. Draco eggs. 3 tons of sand. Don't think we need that. Don't need that either. +9 to strength. Decreased medicine. Immune to chilly surroundings. Frostproof. That's pretty useful. Increased cuisine. Determines how quickly a duplicant prepares food. 15% cooking speed. Decreased food morale bonus. It's not a bad set of attributes. You have space for 2 more. Yeah, but do I want the extra oxygen requirements and the extra food requirements? This is the way you have to think. And if I was going to print somebody, what skills would I particularly want? Sanctitide, there is the mods, do know the mods that I'm using. Actually, I think Vrome updated the mod spreadsheet, so if you look at the mod spreadsheet, it'll be on there. Could you get a guy and try out the hamster wheel training room? You really want me to do that, don't you? Who was going to be my next dupe? I can't remember. Have I missed anybody off? I haven't now, have I? Decreased food morale bonus. Food morale bonus -1. Maintaining high morale will allow duplicants to learn more skills. Surely that's not a green. Surely that's a negative. Get a dupe name and squirrel. Lol. Luddite, decreased machinery. Amazing. Hannah's already in the game, Captain Flint. To be honest, I'd probably go Fireox next and then Whiteland. Probably do that. Ooh, what's this? A barbecue care package? I like that. Who wouldn't want a barbecue care package? Look at that's the worst. Cannot do digging errands. That is terrible. A shabby dresser who's flatulent and can't do digging errands. I feel like I know people like this. I'm going to go with care package. We're going to give everybody some barbecue. Get that cleaned up. Wait, do I really want to make that out of lead? What's that made out of? Lead. Does this thing have an overheat temperature on it? It doesn't list one. Perfect dupe, yeah. Technically, you've been in twice. We was actually looking at when you died. We had a look at Digger Dan's bio. Where do we see that? Digger Dan. And here, I think it is. There you go. This Digger Dan was printed at cycle 66, which means... So that was printed at 66, and the original Digger Dan on here, what was it? It shows you die age 416 cycles. So that 416, 483 minus 416 is when you died on that cycle. What geezer's there? An absolutely horrible one. Polluted, germified, hot oxygen. I think is the combo there. Yeah, the gravestone's still there. I almost feel like I should try and, you know, you can make a, what is it? Not a garden. What do they call it? Recreation room, maybe? Park. I think we should have a park, and that should be in there. And a tasteful memorial should be in the park. I can't move it, but I can leave it where it is. Not sure how we make a park, but I feel like it should be a park. Next activity, 8.9 cycles. Okay, that's going to kick off soon. Yeah, so this stuff here... Yeah, that's alright being on that generator, that's fine. That's all good. It's been rewired. This stuff here has been rewired. I think those cables can more or less go. I'm going to leave them there, but they can go pretty much. Do you combine park nature with mess hall so they top off the morale points daily? The only issue with that is the mess hall is right above the bedrooms here, and I'm not sure how to get that combo given this setup. I also feel like this needs to move. This kind of warehouse here. We'll have to relocate that to one of the empty floors. This entire floor will be empty soon. Because we're going to move all these plants down here now that this is being cooled. In fact, we could do that now. We could move all the food production down here. Let me add that to my list. Move food production. And create a park. Police production geyser is 2.54 tiles. I'm not trying to wall it off necessarily, just mark it for I've seen this and I don't want to do anything with it. I could go and block it off completely, but I just thought I'd leave it. But with the park nature reserves, dupes get a buff only if they pass through it. Right. So putting it where the Digger Dam Memoriam is a bad idea because they're not going to go there. I should have put the park before the toilets. If you want a wee, you have to walk through this park. That's what I should have done. I felt like I got something in my throat. Steve-O, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. Welcome, guys. Can we get some squirrel gifts in chat for Mr. Steve-O81, who's dropped 5 subs on the Twitch chat? Thank you very much. Well, that's that one done. Does it need to come in from this side? They probably don't need to come in from that side, do they? In fact, they can just have one door. Use the ladder. That'll do. Cooling that room's going to be interesting. I kind of feel like there's no point this pump being on unless these machines are on. Maybe I should have an automation wire that says if they're running... Wait, is that my rudimentary cooler? It is, isn't it? This is the machine that needs oil. That doesn't need oil. That's my cooler. Okay, we can actually get rid of that. I can just let that empty. We can actually reuse that pipe. Just need to get some of the radiant pipe through here to cool this machine down. Steve, I always support your streams, so there's some more support. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Right, we need a cooling loop around these machines. These two in particular. And a little bit there. And the rest can just be insulated pipe, can't it? Now, this needs to hook up with that loop. This can all go. And then I need to interweave that into here somehow. I think what I need to do is move make that go this way. I've made it go that way to go around that tile a bit more. But I need to be able to come in through there, loop around the inside and get back out. That's the tricky bit. Can't do that, can you? Scumbag game. I'll have to do that. That should be the same size in theory, so it shouldn't cause a problem, but we'll see. Everyone who's got a sub gifted by me in the last 2 days, please, if you can support, keep the support going. Thanks, Steve-O. It's up to them, mate. Waiting delivery of copper ore. Isn't there copper ore in these bins? Right, let's get that built. Clean up inside. I know, Captain Flint, that option is super, super annoying. And the way that it's on by default is even more annoying. See, Twitch would argue, Captain Flint, that aids discovery. Because if Steve-O gets 5 subs and somebody gets a sub who has never been to my channel before, and they go, oh, you've got a sub to Squirrel, who's Squirrel? They might go and watch, and then they might like what they see, is the theory. I knew this would slow down. I just knew it would. Now I've got to remove some from here. Empty pipe. What, still needs more? Flippin' heck. There's no predictable way of removing enough water to get the pipe moving. You make changes to the pipe itself, and then it's random how much you need to remove. Wait, what? Is that flowing? That looks okay. No, it stopped again. Isn't a bridge 3 water ups no longer needed? What do you mean? This, this is gonna get deleted in a minute. The thing is, I need to be able to bridge water on if ever I make changes to the main pipe. But I'll have to reconfigure that later. I can always put a bridge down here somewhere. This is all gonna get deleted now. Could do some more gold printed. That's why I turned that into sweep only, because it was clogging the chute up, do you remember? There's so much obsidian and stuff here that it was just clogging the chute up, loading it up. That's why I did it. When you enter the pipe, it got refilled from the piece you now marked for removal. But why didn't it flow? Like, it should never add more water than it needs anyway, so I don't quite understand the mechanics of it. Right, if we have that water go that way and back that way. Pump's in kind of the wrong place. Probably needs to be like that. Okay, right. Comes out of that, goes to that. And it's going to go up this way somewhere. Right, we should have enough for the radiant pipe now. Why are they not making this gold? Hungry HQ, thank you for Summer Prime, welcome. There's an easy way to automatically empty the cooling loop. You just need 2 bridges connected to a tank. What, without a pump? You can fill up the loop without a pump. What are you bridging on from? Presume you can bridge off to a vent, but what are you bridging on with? Oh, where's this going again? In all seriousness, I am going to have to start moving some heat into here and sending this water out because that is adding -10 into that. One bridge that deals with the overflow and another that deals with the underflow. Okay, so you bridge on with a pump. What are you bridging off to? Spugwana, thank you for 46 months. To a tank or a pool. But won't the bridge just continuously empty the pipe? God. Having to wait for the goal all the time. Sapphire, how you doing? What are my tubes doing? Do you know what? How much fun would that be? To slide down that fire pole. Look at that. Oh! Don't let go. Oh, if you let go, you're dead. But, you know, the adrenaline would make sure you don't let go. It's to do with the input, the bridge input. It will always fill if possible. Yeah, I'd probably have to see. Is there like a website that has the diagram of it? It must be on a web page. What are we trying to do? I'm just, I'm building a cooling loop here. Just having to wait for more gold to be made. Basically, this is a very cold, polluted water tank, and I'm putting in a system that cools these, the metal refiner and the kiln and the oil refinery and the plastic press. I'm just basically cooling those machines because it is pretty toasty down here. It's only 73 Celsius here. Very nice. You could place the upward ladder with a tube system to cut down the commute times. Also a good way to inject some heat into the ice pool by having a storage bin just for the superheated plastic in the water. So you're saying the plastic that comes out of here, the trouble is it'll get picked up by this thing, won't it? Yeah, this thing's going to vacuum the plastic straight away. What you're saying is allow it to be sent over here. Let's see how this gets on first. I need to have some kind of shut-off on this. I need a pipe sensor, don't I? If the water in the pipe is below a certain temperature, we don't need to pump anymore. Thermal sensor sends a green or red signal when the ambient temp... No, it's not that. Liquid pipe element, liquid pipe thermal sensor, there we go. Do that. Come on, you lot, you need to get it built now. Actually, I don't need any of this. Absolute nonsense. Also, a cheat sheet that allows you to deal with bridges, second and third diagrams, what you need. Have a look. Second and third diagram. 1, 2. The second fills a loop if there's not enough water in the loop, and the third empties it if there's too much. Okay, not quite understanding this. Go back to this for a second. Right, is that loop full now? Let me double check it. Goes around there. Oh, it's already got some water in it from somewhere. That's interesting. Goes around there, through there, over here, round here. Back through that. Round through that. Cools that. Comes back that way. Okay, that should be good to go. I'm trying to... I can't work out what... Like, I'm looking at 1 to 6, and you're saying 2 and 3 is what I need, yeah? So the digits are on the right. 1 to 6 is on the right. A to F is on the left. So I presume I'm looking at number 2 and number 3 on the right. So what I see is a pipe coming out into number 2, and on 3, I see 2 pipes being merged into 3. But I don't understand what that's saying. You think it's easy to insert liquid into a tank into the loop and it will serve as a buffer since it doesn't care how full it is? Possibly. That's 9.3. Comes out at 12 point. That's added 3 Celsius just going through that. That's already up to 20. Look at this. That's now 23 degrees from 9 degrees. Blimey. Time it gets out of here, it's going to be 60. Right, 30 Celsius. Let's remove 20 Celsius from somewhere. There we go. We are now flowing and cooling. I should cool that room off over time, and that water should warm up a bit. Right, that's that job done. So I have now cooled those lower machines. This is still quite warm water, that's the problem. Warm water that makes hot oxygen. However, the base seems to be dealing with it okay. Like one might argue this is getting a bit too cold. I really should have put a sensor in here, shouldn't I? If I remove that tile there, I should be able to put a sensor in there. Spaguana, does I thank you for 46 months? Thank you. Wait, what is that priority 5 here? You see that? There's a priority 5 here, but I don't know what it's for. It says pinch a pepper plant, but there is no pepper plant. It says there's a pepper plant growing here. What the heck? Oh, it relates to that thing. Wait, so that number here relates to that. Oh, because it grows down that far. I see. Okay, that makes sense. That was a bit confusing. Well, that should turn off automatically now when there's no water. Right. Spawn time, I think. Let's go and dig this back out, all this snad. Let's get all this tidied up. Actually, let's not tidy up. This is interesting. Do I need to remove these ladders for this to work? No, they're not in the game. It's a mod. It makes you wonder why they're not in the game, though. They should have learned from Factorio. What's that mod that somebody mentioned where it'll deconstruct things in a certain order? I can't remember the name of it. Like this here, I want to remove these ladders, but I have to remove them manually like this. Because otherwise they'll do the stupid thing. Chain destruction, thank you. Is that worth getting, do you think? It just deletes all connected items at once. Yeah, but does it do them in order? At some point, can you send me what mods you... They're already in the mod spreadsheet, pups. Vrome added them last night. McZlick, thank you for 115 months. Oh, you scumbag game. You scumbag game. They deconstruct one ladder segments, but all will deconstruct simultaneously if connected. Oh. Oh, I see. That's what it does. Wait, does that apply to digging as well? Like if you dig out a line of stuff, when it digs the first one, it doesn't remove the rest, does it? Is it just applied to buildings and things? Destruction only, okay. It feels a little bit cheaty, not really advantageously cheaty. Quality of life cheaty, but... Looks like another mod called Cabin Tool that does a similar thing. Alright. It's time saver cheaty. Right, blueprints. then let's say we don't build those two. Don't build that. There's no point building those. We need ladders down here. Probably need to cancel that gas pump initially. So I can build a ladder there. I think the time it takes as if it would deconstruct all the items, so it isn't to deconstruct 100 fragments in the time it takes to deconstruct one. So what does it do exactly? How goes the colony? Still here. We just basically started cooling, set up a cooling loop to cool this area here. So boxed off the refinery machines, if you like. These things. And we're just setting about cooling this entire room down now. So these machines can run cooled. Which also heats that water up a bit, which was getting a bit too cold. Because this is chucking out -10 water into here. So between them, they should balance each other off a little bit. This is chucking out heat, this is chucking out cold. And this is picking up the slack and turning off when it doesn't need to be on. Interesting how water got in here. There's a ton of water there. That water gets too cold, that's going to cause this, that will freeze. But then I can scoop up the ice, can't I? Anyway, so while that's going on, we're building a second spawn. I should probably start rewiring some of this base a little bit. I've got new transformers here that I could use. I need to get some power up here. 120 watts. Quite a bit of power there, isn't there? But they only run when they're on the fridges, I think. 480, that's quite a bit. Actually, I won't connect that. I'll connect it over here, I think. If I get that polluted water below 0, Gordon, then I risk cooling the main base too much. That's the only downside. That's sure all this farming's going to move, isn't it? What I should do is, let's see, body temperature. Are they too cold or too hot? 22 to 37. They're still too hot. This is too cold for them. They want to be in a room that's 22 to 37 and this is like 16. So I can't grow that stuff. This place is too hot and that place is too cold. They still feel them hot water? Yes. Hot polluted water. But even so, like, if they're 22 to 37... If I'm putting hot water in there, but the ambient room temperature is 17... It's a bit random, isn't it? It's a bit random as to what's going to happen. Right, that wiring's done, so we can snip that. Okay, apparently the wiring's not done. Because I didn't wire up the fat wire. Tech Tiger, thank you for 63 months. Pug, thank you for 80.
Have an enjoyable stream. Sorry that I can only pop up to subscribe each month.
No worries, Pug. I hope you can join us soon. Thanks for your support. Right, that's dealing with that branch. We've still got a spare one here that we might use. So I'm going to connect. Get rid of that. So what we'll do is we'll go in that way rather than this way. Why is that, though? I'm not really sure what that was for. Nearly online. This lot here has its own set of transformers. It's a 2 kilowatt wire. One from here. I reckon this is a mess, isn't it? Actually, what would be better off doing with this one? It's just repurposing that wire. Afternoon, Dan Dinosaur. Potential load 1600. So these things just don't need to be here, do they? This point in the game I was rewiring my base and running the power central and having a transformer per floor. I've refactored mine as well. Where's this go? I'll show you. And that was only need to kickstart that, I think. So I imagine we'll have a similar problem with this. So I've got all the generators are over here, and then I got a 50 kilowatt backbone through there, which goes into these transformers, and there's a whole bunch of transformers here that I'm going to rewire. So I've just basically got this lot, and then the backbone goes down to the big stuff in the basement. That's the plan. Can't believe this is mid-game. Mate, I've not even left this planet. That's the thing, I've not even left this. I don't even know what's out here. That's how crazy not into the game we are. It's just insane. It's a random place for a tile. I used to have something on that. I presume I had a water plant on it. Unreachable build. Why is that an unreachable build? Is that because they can't get through the airlock? Oh, don't tell me they can't build that because... Do I need to disconnect the power for this to even happen? Or is it just not connected yet? It says no power. I assume it's because it can't send power. No, it's not that. Why does it have no power? Oh, is it because... Oh, because I'm going to put all this back. Ah. I forgot about that. I dug those tiles up to do this. And didn't realise that the transformers won't work without foundation. Which makes sense. Got nothing connected. That's strained, is it? $1,700. Current load, 1,000 out of 2 kilowatts, and that's strained. How does that work? How can that be strained? Now it's overloaded. Interesting. Maybe I'll just plumb these into this then. Even though I don't think they're taking power much. Let's put some of these on that circuit then. One of your buildings is flooded. Were you seeing that? Were you seeing that? In this? Don't care. Don't care about that. I thought these refrigerators only drew power when they were active. Feels like they're drawing power constantly. It says potential load, and then you look at the current load. And it's like 900 watts. Why is that strained? I feel like it's lying. I don't think they're going to be able to reach these, can they? Oh, they can. Right, what's the SPOM situation? Okay, they've done more than I thought they would. I'm guessing they can't get through because of that tile. That's probably stopping them going through there. As for this, I'm not sure why they can't build that. Waiting delivery. Lol, down Sanatol. Somebody said I should go full Rodriguez, and I was like, you know what? I've got this blueprint here. I'm just going to copy that and take the easy route. I'm sure it is, but this'll do. I want to tear this down quickly and get off this planet for a bit. I've got bigger fish to fry. Also, we need to cool this oxygen down, so I need to get rid of all this stuff, get the hydrogen down to these tanks here, and then take the oxygen via this and try and get some kind of cooling going on. There's breathable gas up here. Oh, arguably I should be venting a bit. I kind of need to pressurize this area, don't I, so I can use it for cooling. Is that like sand? If I dig that, is that just going to collapse? I think it is, isn't it? Regolith, or whatever that is. Burn the hydrogen for power. Interesting you should say that. That's exactly what these are. And that's going to get filled with hydrogen, and then it's going to get burned here. But I need to remove that, add a second SPOM, and then I can get rid of all this, and send the hydrogen that way, and the oxygen that way. Getting though. Let's just do that one first, because otherwise I know what they'll do. I Actually, don't need that, do I? Just need to do that. Here's a silly main living ground areas. Yep. That's on the list. The thing is, we use a lot of oxygen on the Atmos suits. They tend to consume most of it. Not the base. The base is like mostly pressurized. All of them seem unhappy. They are not smiling. I mean, morale 34? They're pretty happy. Some are on unusually low morale. 19's quite low. 16. Tardy for home, 16 morale. They're doing okay. They've got their own, like, wonderful beds. I mean, how can you not be happy about that? We've even got a spare bed. 2 of them, in fact. We've got some of the best washrooms in the business, look. These are the showers. These are the bathrooms, toilets, and the sinks, wood paneling and everything. Hey, if you're going to live on an asteroid, Dad Sanator, you can't ask for more than this. Hot showers. I might even get this hot tub online. Where's that hot tub gone? Why are we flooded again? I feel like something melted again. Random stuff keeps melting. It's bugging me. I don't know where it comes from. It's here somewhere. It has to be, unless it falls from here. It's pretty strange. Oh my word. Yeah. That's pretty low. Okay, we're going to have to pump polluted water from here. Or here. One of the two. That is critically low, and we use that for our food. So that needs refilling quickly. What temperature is that? That's at 33, 34. Has that got germs in it? Nope. We've got backbone power there. Could just go in one of these rooms, stick a transformer and just pump all this. Right, ladder. Pack your egg. Oh, there's eggshells here. Of them. Oh, I need a small transformer just for this, don't I? What the heck? Why am I clicking on a tile? Click copy and it brings up that? Is that because I didn't build that tile? That's super weird. That's really weird. Philosopher at Large, thank you for 10 months. If you don't all the time, it brings up the build menu. That threw me. Because to me, you click on it, it says tile sandstone. So you think, oh, I'll copy that. Nah. Don't work that way. That's not bad, is it? It managed to copy that quite nicely. Chuck that in there, chuck that in there. Now, last time, how did we kickstart this thing? I chucked some power in, didn't I? Then it starts to cough and splutter a little bit because it's got oxygen in there that we don't want. Did I pump it out last time? I can't remember. Remove tar blocking ladeno. You what? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what ladeno is, Brian. Bomb takes a minute or so to stabilize. When it starts, it's very stable. Remove tar blocking ladder. What ladder? Unless she was on about down here. Let's see. So, oxygen and hydrogen. Currently, hydrogen goes that way. So we're going to change all that. So oxygen vents out the middle. We're going to take this hydrogen and we're going to send it down to the tanks here. Into here specifically. Well, I have to say that visitor you had today, sell the house, burn it to ground, and start over because it's absolutely terrifying. Yeah. I didn't post a picture of it to chat because it would give them nightmares. But I agree with you. It was a terrifying spider. Like a don't mess with me spider. Is that like the one you had to do in Scotland? You're so keen to see this. Mate. I mean, if you live in Australia or something, then you're going to be going, that's not a spider. This is a spider, like, you know. And I understand that because Australia has ridiculous spiders. But in England, we don't have such things. And I've seen plenty of spiders in my time, trust me. Plenty of spiders. And this is a top 3. This is a top 3 spider. Out of all the spiders I've seen. Absolutely ridiculous. I guess for some people the suspense is worse than possible nightmares. Now you want to see it. You see? It's just like... it's literally... You walk in a room, you see a button on the wall, and it says under it, do not press button. And I swear more than 50% of the human race will press that button. And even if it means the floor opens up and drops them into a tank of sharks, they will press that button. Trust me, you don't want to see it. Thyrox has said you don't want to see it. Canadian John has said you don't want to see it. Like, you literally don't want to see it. Oh. Once the hydrogen's flowing down to here, I can then start cooling it on this loop. Cool all this machinery down from this nullifier. Which is the next job once we've got the hydrogen coming here and after we've decommissioned this and thrown the oxygen through the cooling loop and sorted out this crazy wiring. Well, ventilation. The only thing is I need to send some hydrogen that way. But I guess maybe we just take a feed off this downpipe and just chuck it over there. Although getting across that will be fun. I'm surprised Discord didn't mandate age verification to see the image. So, what's your view, Tom? Do you think people should see it? In all fairness, you should have spoiler tagged that. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, we're all grown-ups in that server. And let's face it, Tharox, would it have made any difference if I'd have spoiler tagged that? You would have clicked it anyway. Quite frankly, the picture has ruined Discord. Hey, night. Totally would have clicked. So the spoiler tag wouldn't really have made any difference. I need to go through this chlorine-filled room, don't I? I'll put a manual lock there. Oops. You have to put a pipe through there to get through here. To be honest, I think we can disconnect that. It's very true, Archaeus. I can't argue with logic. Philosopher at large, did I say thanks for 10 minutes? I think I did. 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 minutes. So when you have a spider species called wolf spider, which is more than 10 centimeters long, it's completely harmless. Read somewhere that house with spiders is a health house. Yeah, that's like the one in Australia that likes to live in sun visors. It's completely harmless, but it's a massive spider. And what happens is, cars in Australia, they leave the windows open because it's too hot, right? And the spider will crawl in through the window, and it likes to go in the little sun visor and sit in there. And it's killed more people on the roads than many other spiders, even though it's harmless, because people drop the sun visor, this giant spider lands in the lap when they're driving the car, and they crash the car. Doesn't matter that it's harmless. If a massive spider drops on your lap when you're driving, you are going to crash. Never going to street. Yep. What are my dupes working on? They should be doing this. They should be focused on this. What else are they doing? They're doing this one as well, aren't they? So, what priority is this? This isn't 7. Let's make that an 8, because that's pretty critical. Okay, we've got the power online. No power consumers. Because the pump's not yet built. And the pipe certainly isn't built. What's that that's got germs on it?
Hi Paul, thanks for your great streams as always. Scrove SQRLGG.
This is frustrating when there's too many items here at once. It just gets a big list and you can't see the bottom of the list. D Jones, thank you for 39 months. And your kind words, thank you. Might as well temporarily open that. Right. Let's fill the tank up. Did you signal to the pump and switch new pump? This is still being built, if that's what you mean. Did I do the automation wire? Nope. Trouble is having to haul stuff from all the way over here. Takes them a while to get there. How much is that plastic tube? What does that come under shipping? You know the plastic tube that they travel through? Do I even have that? Advanced caffeination. Transit tubes. I do have transit tubes. Glass blowing. Large gas cargo canister soda fountain. That sounds fun. A transit tube. 50 plastic. Transit tube access. 960 watts. Blimey. Stops drawing power once fully charged. Okay. Takes 800 lead. I need to try it. This is why people don't use them. Yeah, but I mean, is there a better alternative apart from plastic ladders, which takes like a ton of plastic per ladder piece? Allows transit tubes to run through the wall and floor tile. Oh, that's interesting. Plastic ladders are just better. How quickly do they go in a transit tube? Must be built in unoccupied space. Wait, so you have to remove your ladder to use them? What? So if you remove your ladder and put a Wait a minute. Put it there. All the vents in the way. The tube is too wide. Are you kidding me? The transit tube is equivalent to athletic 35 tube on a plastic ladder. But you can get off wherever you want. The only thing I don't like about the plastic ladder is the sheer cost of it. Like 50 plastic is just an outrageous amount of plastic. But, I mean, plastic ladder is 20% buff, isn't it? Oh, look how cool it is in here. Wowzers. And it's still 5 Celsius. Oh my god. I need to turn these machines on just to... Otherwise this is going to freeze. That'll soon warm the room up. Right, if I let that run, and it'll just take all of that there, won't it? We'll see how much petroleum that makes. That's got 5 tons of petroleum in it. That one's got 4. Yeah, it's shipping plastic. We'll see what 9 tons of petroleum makes. Let us work out cheaper than tubes, as tubes need power to operate. My concern about using tubes, apart from them being too wide, if you have a power problem in your base, your tubes can't get around because you need power for them to get around. It's like having a block of flats and you put an elevator on it and no staircase. And then your elevator breaks or your power goes in the building and you can't get up or down anymore because you don't have any stairs or ladders. So we're pumping water. Whee! Alrighty then. That should start filling up soon. Meanwhile, how are we getting up here? We've got that link, we're just trying to get this link. Just concerned with all that chlorine. Right, so this bomb is going to shut down. What? How has that got in there? Why are we getting bits of hydrogen? Right, it's because the whole thing is... The hydrogen's not being pumped away, so it's bleeding out into these pumps. Because they've not finished this pipe. Because I built that bridge. Actually, do I need to do that or just disconnect it? If I just cut that. Why doesn't that move? Why doesn't that just carry on? Yeah, but the pipe doesn't go anywhere. The pipe doesn't go anywhere, so how can it take what it can't move? That's just dumb. That works differently to all the other pipes. Like, with normal pipes, if you can't go anywhere, it doesn't take it. Why is the pipe confused? If the bridge can't take, what's the difference? Okay, why is it confused now then? Wait a minute, that one's full. Is that because I put the bridge there, I've set the direction of the pipe? Oh, this is getting annoying. Would suggest advanced flow management mod. You set the flow direction for pipes manually. Yeah, but that tank's nearly full. I don't know if it's nearly full or completely full, but 3423. What's full look like? Unknown. My oxygen tanks now have hydrogen going to them, so the Atmos suits are going to get hydrogen. Which I dare say they're not going to like. Okay, so now what? Why is that not flowing? You think the tank is full at once except more on gas? No clue you broke it, lol. Temporary hack. This construction here has taken a long time. I got 1.7 tons of plastic. Oh, it's getting warm in there again. Look at this. In at 14, out at 17. So it removes 3 Celsius on the way through. Thing is, there's not a lot of air in here. I think it needs more gas in there to help the heat transfer, maybe. If you put a radiant pipe behind a machine, does it use the gas to transfer the temperature? If that was a vacuum, would it still transfer energy? Or does it need the gas to transfer the energy? It uses gas, right. So because that's only low pressure gas in there, I should probably pump something in there. Well, I've got a lot of water again. It is so random. Yeah, we'll have plenty of hydrogen soon if we ever finish this off. Okay, that's officially broken. That is officially broken. Right, the loop's full, isn't it? That's the problem. What I need to do, we need to snip that. Polymer presses expel steam. That'll condense. And plumbing tabs is a cooling blade so you can place behind things. It won't matter if there's no gas though. Oh, these... This is so messed up. Right, have they finished that connection? I swear he was running in to fix that and then went, I need chicken, and ran off. Right, I should be able to turn this one on now. Right, do we just need to, like, vent that for now? You're not wrong, I do need to plumb in the water. You are not wrong about that. I totally forgot about that. Do you know what else I need to do? Seal the building off. Need to decide where to put our main warehouse. You could actually go here. That's fairly central to the base. Up and down. Could reroute all of that mess there to here. And then put plastic ladders around. It's a thought. Trouble is the decor's not great round here. I really should put doors on these things. Yeah, trouble is the heavy wires crossing points there. Which is a massive negative. So if I did put the warehouse here, they'd have to come through that. Which is not ideal. Right, water's going in. Stuff is happening. Oxygen's being vented out. Issue being, this hydrogen generator now has some oxygen going into it. I never put so much time to make perfect rooms, it's not worth it. One tile of wrong gas in the system won't destroy the colony. Why is this broken down then? Is it because oxygen's in the pipe? Do I just have to clean the pipe out? Which means opening that thing up. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Just empty all of it. So in that tank, there is 1.6... There we go. That should start to be hydrogen shortly. That's now completely empty. I love that, little bottles of hydrogen. That's great. Oh, they've still got junk in it. What the heck, man? Really? Disable the generator for a while. They keep breaking otherwise. It's not even operating yet. That's the other thing I need to do is get it to run on its own power, and then the hydrogen generator will actually kick in. Wrong element damage, there we go. It's got tiny, tiny bits of oxygen. I don't even know where to put these things. There you go. I think it's up and running. Yeah, Ralph, and I had to, mate. I had to. To get rid of the oxygen temporarily so we could carry on. Otherwise, this thing would never be able to vent oxygen, and therefore it couldn't clear the hydrogen either. Okay, so now we just need to pipe that oxygen somewhere. Preferably into this lot. I gotta turn this machine off. I'm gonna have to break all this to fix it. So what I could do, we've got oxygen tanks here. We can have like oxygen tanks here and just have these two feed into it. And then coming out of the tanks, we could send it up here for cooling. That's what I'm thinking. How long will the base last? While I do this, that's the question. I'm gonna save it. Ultimately, I try to have 3 outbound oxygens. Let's trash all this. What the heck is he doing running on there? He should never have been in there, should he? What a... Oh my god, where's that come from? Oh my god. Has that come out the machine? Has the machine just dropped all of that? No, it's just the pipes. Oh well. I mean, that's fine. That'll flow into there. I'll just let that water backflow. Shadow Storm, thank you for 19 months. Of course, right now, the Atmos suits are not getting oxygen. Oh my god. So the Atmos suits don't get oxygen, we're not going to be able to do any work, so I need to reconfigure this temporarily. Actually, we'll just directly pump it in a sec. Just a temporary solution, yeah. Right, that'll get the Atmos suits online. That's some high pressure oxygen around here. Absolutely perfect placement. Well, that just comes out in the most awkward place ever. Bridge over it. I've already got a bridge, that's the problem. You can't have a bridge. Can you get a bridge from there? Will that work? Looks like it does. What's the current goal? Basically, just taken down one of the spawns, brought up another spawn, so we're making our oxygen. That's going to get cooled up here. The hydrogen's going to have to come back down here to power these hydrogen gens, which looks like it's already doing. I saw some of them move then. The bits of hydrogen flowing in. Right now it's slight panic because the main oxygen generation for the base is being taken out of action. That high pressure oxygen has actually pushed some oxygen up here, which is good for me. We want to cool it, so that's not too bad. There's a lot of materials here. Right, that's flowing. It's a good start. I don't know, Captain Flint, maybe. Right, so now I need to reconfigure these pipes to get the hydrogen out of them. Here's a question. Why doesn't this hydrogen flow into that one? This has got hydrogen gas in it. This one's got hydrogen gas in it. This out pipe is connected to the intake of this one. Why doesn't it flow in? Because it's missing a floor tile. Wait a minute, so the building doesn't... Oh my god. Do you know what? You're absolutely right. That's interesting. Right, well this here, this I can commandeer. We don't need that. That'll flow into that, that'll flow into that. So we're just to get them into this array here to get it outbound. Yep, that should do it. I should empty those hydrogen tanks into the lower ones. It's all a little bit hacky at the moment. Mr. Hung, how you doing? There we go. Right, hydrogen is now being emptied. Yeah, once I put that floor tile in, that just pumped away. Oh, there's oxygen in there. Tiny bit of oxygen. That's not gonna do the machine very good. The notify works. Blimey, getting there. Quite a big project. On the plus side, that tank's looking nice. That's still not tremendously full, considering how much we've pumped in there. That's going to need a lot more polluted water. I think I am going to have to draw from here. Need to be careful with that though. If I draw on that too much, that's like the main base cooling water right there. It's constantly replenished from this. So it should be okay in theory. That's still making plastic. We've got 5 tons of it. Man, there's 40 Celsius in there. Potential load 18 kilowatts. Missing tile. That wants the base putting back on, doesn't it? Could be that as well. There's a lot of materials on the floor right now. These tanks are nearly empty. At that point, I'm going to have to hook these tanks in. The problem I've got is that 2 outputs go to the base, and 1 of them goes to the Atmo suit. And the whole point of what I was doing there was to try and balance them. So basically, like, split it into 2, and then send the left branch to that one, and that one back onto that one, so it balanced both pipes. Thing is, what's the priority, the base or the Atmo suits? Tricky one. Probably the Atmo suits, I guess. That is the Atmo suit line for that as well. I think we just have to have 2 lines going down and then split off to the Atmo suit with a bridge and just fill that up. And then backfill the pipe with the other pipe. And just do like balancing shenanigans. That's all I can think of doing. It's going to take a while to empty. Okay, this is not doing what I expected it to do. It should be doing that, not filling that tank. That'll certainly fill a lot quicker. Alright, well, I'll wait for that to empty. Okay, so how do we want to prioritize energy? I guess we go for natural gas first. Or do we go for hydrogen first? No, we need to go for natural gas, otherwise we're just throwing energy away. So if I make the natural gas come on at 25, and then that come on at 20, and then the coal come on at 15, that should kick these off. And then if that can't deal with it, they'll kick in. And if they can't deal with it, they'll kick in. And therefore we should start to accumulate coal. The gas flow dynamics in the game is confusing. I don't think I've seen the like of it in any other game. It's always either strict direction or uniform filling of pipes in all directions. I think it's one of those things where once you know what the logic is, it's fine. But when you don't, it's confusing. Right, we've still got some simple wiring here. I can decommission these now, can't I? This is not being used for anything. In fact, that natural gas needs to be fed back to those natural gas tanks. So I need to bridge this onto that now and get rid of this lot. I don't think there's any power dependency here. Potential load 0, 0. Yep, it's all 0. I could keep the transformers and get the power backbone down there. Just decommission this lot. Let's see. I want to take them out. Even when you know logic, it still seems kicking you in the back when you expect it at least. I think the trick to it, Captain Flint, is bridges. Always use bridges. They're like valves. They basically say, you're going this way. And if you don't, you'll get bit by it. That's how I kind of view it now. Empty pipes first. Too late. What's a bit of natural gas between friends? Right, gas pipe. Ran out of igneous. And we need to bridge onto that. So in theory, it should know which way it's going. Because there's a pump and then there's a bridge there. But we shall see what it does. See, when you deconstruct a smart battery, where does all the energy go? What do they do with all the energy? Mop all that up now. Why is it so like black in here? What's all that about? Should probably open this door and let all the CO2 out. It's kind of nice though going around and cleaning up some of your old junk. We should have plenty of natural gas for a while. It looks like the natural gas mostly can charge the batteries on its own. Even with those running. That petroleum's nearly gone. We have 6 tons of plastic. So what's that? 6,000 kilos. So that means with the plastic ladder coming in at 50 per piece. That's 20 per 1,000. It's not a lot of plastic ladder, is it, really? Yeah, that's now done. Should we turn this on? That needs an operator though, doesn't it? Yeah, it needs an operator to spin the wheel. Yeah, but Ranch and Dracos is like something I'm not able to do yet. Oh, that's warmed up nicely, look, 13. Let's even put the aqua tuner on. I'm not currently taking that water. We could now because the hydro sensor is now submerged, and I said I wanted to get the water level above that. So yeah, I think we're going to need to take that water and bring it up here. Yet another job. Right, tanks are empty. The tanks are empty. Maybe copy the balancer onto blueprint. It's not a bad shout, actually, Captain Flint. Not a bad shout. I do new blueprint and I just say, I just want the gas pipes. And then I take that. That way we can kind of move all of this, can't we? want to take the pipes up on a loop to cool them and then back down and balance them. Or balance them and then cool them. Either way. This tank's full. Whoopsie. The only oxygen right now is going to the Atmo suits. How's ONI treating me? Yeah, not too bad. Right, up here we need to get the radiant gas pipe. Gotta be careful we don't just like completely open the base up to space and everything just disappears. Now the only thing left when we get these two down here is to make sure that the Atmo suit gets some stuff. In fact, that one though will fill that set of Atmo suits and any excess will get pushed back around here. So the idea is to try and cool that oxygen, which is pretty hot. I do love this little mesh tile solution. Quite happy about that. It can go. Welcome back, Cool Tiger. How's the oxygen doing in the base? Oh, these Pacus are not too happy. It's like, Jeff, I'm sure we had more water. Didn't we used to have more water to swim in? I feel like we've got no water left, Jeff. Yeah, it's definitely gone down. It's climate change, that's what I blame that on. Bit of a drought. 7.5 tons of plastic. Interesting, the petroleum reservoir is still filling up. Even though these are at full tilt. There's a lot of natural gas in here. I kind of feel like I should be pumping that away. What's that? Polluted oxygen. We chuck a gas pump down here. And then filter off the natural gas maybe and send it up. Bit of a way. It's all the way up there. Presume that's giving off the natural gas. Yep. 83 Blair, thank you for a double top 40 months. Otherwise, that's just going to pressurize and then the whole thing will probably stop at some point. I could just stick it in a tank for now. That'll buffer it for a bit. Put it there. Get out of the way. I don't want to build it here because I've got a feeling I might want to build more stuff here. Right, let's have a look. Let's put some plastic ladder down. Plastic ladder, here we go. Can we upgrade this? That used about half of my plastic that I've made just to do that one ladder. Now, here's the question. Are the dupes smart? No, they're not. I was going to say, will they realise that that's plastic and that's quicker? Will they look at this like, here's the motorway, here's the A road, I'm going to take the motorway? Maybe what I should do is just delete that ladder though. And then they kind of have to go that way. There aren't elevators now. There are lifts. No. There's like a tube that you can shoot people up. A bit like those old cash collector tubes in supermarkets. But they're not very good apparently, and they take a lot of energy. Ooh, fancy. Oh, great, like the steps are like that. Is that what makes them quicker? That's still got germs in it. It's gone dormant. Okay, looks like the piping's done. I should probably remove that. Just leave that door there pointlessly. Right, so if I send oxygen down that, the Atmo suits won't get filled up. So we might have to bridge off to get the Atmo suits filled up. Right, that oxygen's coming in at like 40 Celsius. Whoa, that gets cool quick. What the heck? What? I didn't expect that. Let's get warmed up again now. Flippin' heck. That thing got chilly. Oh, it's alright now. It was just the initial area, I think. Wowzers. That was nuts. This is some old piece of junk right here. I don't know how that survived for so long. It's like ancient history, that one. Right, now I need to get oxygen into these Atmo suits. The issue I have is the priority of everything. I suppose... if I just send that directly into here, it will prioritize the Atmo suit and the rest will go that way. The problem is that might leave that a bit thin, and that's serving the bedrooms and things. So then I could bridge off that one and backfill it, but that might leave this one short. So it's kind of difficult to know which way to go on it. That's what I'm thinking, Captain Flynn. I'll fill the suits up and then rebalance with the other pipe, maybe. If you watch what happens now... that should fill the Atmo suit, and then the rest will carry on. So you could then bridge back to help that one. Something like that. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it. There you go. So that oxygen is at 32 Celsius, 38 Celsius. Is that because it's not insulated here? Insulated gas pipe it is. Until it makes it to the base. We have a lot of sandstone. It's insulated till it gets to here, and then it's technically in the base. Once you fill the suits, I'd say it doesn't need rebalancing if you have a nice airflow inside the core base. You're probably correct. It seems to flow, like once the suits are full, it's flowing fine, isn't it? I'm just used to like factorial belts where you split too much stuff away, you need to rebalance it from another line. Otherwise you get a starved line. You get one with too much on it and one with not enough. Like if this line here just backs up because the base is full, and then this one's having oxygen suits refilled constantly because we're doing work up there, you end up with no oxygen here and a full stationary stack here. Well, you might as well stick a balancer in. You could even like balance that way and then balance back the other way, and you get the benefit of both worlds. Which is what you do in Factorio, isn't it? There's so many materials here, need cleaning up. The state of this. Okay, they're gradually getting pumped away. Ooh, those hydrogen tanks are nearly full. Blimey. That'll be enough, they said. You'll be burning hydrogen, they said. Maybe I have to change the priorities and start burning hydrogen a bit more than natural gas. Or do 50-50 on it. Because that tank alone is going to more or less fill that tank. And the hydrogen is constantly coming in from the spawn. Albeit when it settles down, there won't be very much coming in. Because it's got to fill that tank up first. And then even then, there's not a lot comes out. Yeah, maybe it'll be fine. It's not a balancer now, it's a high priority. The bridge will grab it all. The bridge will grab it all. But if you then mirror it the other way, in theory... I don't know, there is no balancer in the game. The best I can come up with is that. Right, hydrogen power, let's have a look. Check. Done. Right, moving food production was another one. 17 Celsius is okay for most of the food, but not this stuff. It's too cold. It wants to be 22, it wants to be in a warmer place, this one. We're going to have to move those tiles to a warmer spot. They have to be hand-fed with water anyway, so maybe move them near the polluted water. Was there a... Yikes. I'm going to have to put some in here. This is our main polluted water draw. It's too hot down here for them. Atmosphere, polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, polluted water, water. Okay, they grow most stuff. That's pretty good. I haven't got the nullifier. I kind of want to keep it in the main base though, because otherwise I need an Atmo suit to go and take care of it. Oh, there's my other natural gas geyser. I haven't got that online yet. Using polluted water for the gas generators. What do you mean? Right now, we can't bottle any polluted water. That's all gone. We could use this. This is constantly being replenished. It's just that it means coming down here to get it. It's a bit of an errand. Or we pump it up. The other thing is, it's quite cold water, so the plant needs to sit in a warm place. Because if you're going to be dumping 15 Celsius water on it, and the plant wants to go in 22 plus... What about growing it around here, maybe? Polluted oxygen. Oxygen. Plants don't care, do they? And the pump's there. So we just move some water from here to there, maybe. Is that another nullifier? Good grief. That cold air's coming in. It's a water spray, off gases free, oxygen and clay. Great starting game coolant too. Slightly lower freezing temp. Yeah, minus 20. That's what I'm thinking, Troilus. Well, I'm thinking we put a pump down here and then have a vent here, which I've already got. And then have a sensor there that if it gets below that level, it just turns that pump on and fills it back up. And I think it's okay to do that because it's constantly replenished from this thing. So this tank needs to deplete anyway. Otherwise, it's just going to get too full. So I think we stick a pump down here. I can move from underneath the way. There's liquid element sensor, hydro sensor. So if we put that like here. Rid of that tile and do it. I was thinking that geyser wouldn't be too cold. Well, this is chucking out minus 10. But the water's being warmed up by the functioning equipment over here and from the base. So it won't get too cold. It'll be around 15-ish. Colder on this side if that's venting into it. But on the whole, it'll be in the teens in Celsius. Now, if we take that and mix it into here, bearing in mind it's quite hot in here. It's a lot warmer here. It should bring the ambient temperature up. Like, that's at 50 Celsius. By the time we've mixed in colder water, it should bring it in a nice temperature, I think. You can bring the polluted water down from the gas generator sink. The what? You mean this thing? We can bring that down. I don't want to bring this down because this water here is quite literally what we use to fill up the agriculture water for the plants. So we take that water, chlorinate it and filter it, and send it in as fresh water into this tank, which is what goes to the farm. So that got pretty low at one point. I'd rather that fill up a bit. That water will be used, and so, you know, having these filling that up is a good thing. And it's also, I think, the outlet for the, well, it was the outlet for here. That can all go as well now. It's no longer needed. It's a lot of automation wire, but it's a fire and forget solution. Do I need a NOT gate on that or not? Sends a green signal or a red signal when liquid pressure enters the chosen range. Okay, that literally doesn't tell you what you need to know. A hydro sensor can tell a pump to refill its basin as soon as it contains too little liquid. Okay. That's pretty much what I want. Also close the vent. I'm not sure that matters too much, does it? Because the vent, if it's underwater, the vent will shut anyway. I think that's how it works, isn't it? Now, let's assume that gets done. The question is, where do we plant the plants? Where's a good place for them, temperature-wise? That's 40, that's quite warm. I think is what might be a nice temperature now may not be a nice temperature later, that's the problem. Like, this is a nice temperature at the moment. What was their growing range? 22 to 37. Yeah, that's got a lot of ambient heat as a result of all the machinery that was in there, but it's going to get cooled down by this oxygen coming in. Temp shift plates made of ice make everything in range. Lol. I've got all this wiring to do. I need to bring that backbone power right across here, I think. I need to get rid of this. This is a bit of a mess here. Need to think about where to seal the base off as well. Thinking something like that for starters. So if you have that much natural gas, how about switching grill to a gas barbecue? I'll put that on the list. You're quite right, gas barbecue. We could absolutely run a gas barbecue with the amount of natural gas we have. Finally, those tanks have emptied. So I'm thinking we put one of those like here. There. I can go across to that. I don't really want them going this way very much. He'll be the chef. Probably Chef Matty, maybe, is what I'm thinking. Right, where's that pump? Are they still not finished this? Seriously? Come on, guys. Yeah, the gas barbecue is interesting because the gas is like here, and the barbecue has to be here. Well, this is where the kitchen is. So we need to get gas from this place to this place. Unless we basically steal some of this gas and store it. So we have like a local propane tank or something. So before we divert it to the main tanks, it's kind of branched off and fills a local tank. I don't know. You'd probably put a local tank around here somewhere, then feed the gas barbecue with it. All this is kind of dead space. How long is that one active for? 20 cycles. It's probably enough to fill a tank. Put a tank there somewhere. Why is there no hydrogen barbecue? We've got plenty of hydrogen as well. That could be fun. You should be able to grill down in some hot machine surface. You're not kidding. You'd have to watch for random spillages of polluted water. Okay, why are you not on yet? That's why you're not on yet. Unreachable build, apparently. No, I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because of this. Right, it's almost lunchtime. I just wanted to finish this off. I want to see that water moving. Got like one more piece of automation. Right, select send a green if it's below 500. Okay, so that's basically half a tile. Yeah, that's fine. So basically pump unless there's half a tile of water on there. You can even make it less. You could even say like 100 and then it'll just fill up that, which is more than enough. It's pumping. Automation is a go. When you finish this off, you'll see something else needs done. Dude, I've got a list. I've got thermal nullifier to cool the machines, gas barbecue, move the food production, create a park, build a rocket, wall off the base, take your pick. There we go. It's very cold. What? The water? 14 Celsius. Mixing with 50 Celsius water. Notepad simulator. Everywhere you go in your base, random spillages. And you say to your dupes, did you make that mess? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. How can they have not finished this? Waiting for sandstone delivery. Right. Base is in a good place, I think. Oops, not load, save as. 85. Lovely jubbly. Right. No Atmo suits in the dock. I don't know why. They're probably all in use somewhere. There's no Atmo suits in this dock either. Is there a reason for that? Are they literally all in use? I wish you could, like, filter and show where the dupes are. It's hard to know if they're in use or they need replacing or what. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. I will be back in an hour, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're heading out, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Yeah, we've got 8 units available, but you have to like deploy them into the thing. But I guess they're just in use, aren't they? Yeah, I'm going to take some lunch. I'll be back in an hour. It's 3 o'clock. I'll be back at 4. That's it for me. Bye for now.